Darren Nida in the number 7N out of Adrian, Michigan. Darren, 17 years of age in the Slesarski Excavating and Paving, Ackland Insurance, Binks Motorsports, Poor Racing, Level Utilities. He has a win up in Butler Speedway in Quincy, Michigan in the 2024 season. Max Stambaugh, a pair of 360 wins in that 5M out of Lima, Ohio. The 28-year-old driver of the Jerome Country Market-sponsored, family-owned 5M. Danny Sams in that 24 car, the quickest lap at a 13.534. Scotty Thiel is second quick, Cale Thomas third, Max Stambaugh fourth, Darren Nida top 5 in hot lap session number 1. Okay, gotcha. Thank you. That's what I... Hot lap session number 2 coming on to the Speedway. The number 34 out of Franklin, Indiana by way of Tempe, Arizona, Sterling Kling, a non-wing racer, put Bolton the wing on this year. 27 years young in the Sterling Kling Racing, Bird Racing, DRC Chassis number 34. Coming off a third place run last night at the Wayne County Speedway in the 5T, Travis Philo. Out of Waterville, Ohio, the 33-year-old driver of the Control Design Solutions, Tire Slick, Banshee Graphics, Columbus Equipment, Berryman Racing Shocks, number 5T. Ricky Peterson was the show at Wayne County last night, charging from 12th to 2nd in a B main to put it in the show. He hails from Rawson, Ohio, driving that red, white, and blue number 2. The 27-year-old driver of the King Cole Meats, Tim Shank. Midwest Meteorology Solutions, Berryman Racing Shocks, Bluffton Diesel Service, Callie's Performance Products, number 2. Pair of wins at the Wayne County Speedway for Ricky Peterson in 2024. The W20 of Greg Wilson out of Benton Ridge, Ohio, a 2-time All-Star titleist. The 49-year-old driver of the Hercules Tires, Ohio Logistics, DNC Hydraulics, Heitmeyer Concrete, number W20. The 45, Devin Borden out of Raymond, Washington, driving the Brian Grove Racing, Canton Erector Sterrett Services machine. He has a win this season at the Port Royal Speedway over in Pennsylvania. The green 22, the defending Fast on Dirt champion out of Butler, Pennsylvania, Brandon Spithaller, the 32-year-old driver of Superior Truck and Trailer, Ravens Trailers, Advanced Auto Parts, Tony Burke Trucking, number 22. Jake Hessen at 5J, moving through turns 3 and 4. Out of Marysville, Ohio, the 23-year-old driver of Sam Jackson's Auto Body, Janet Holbrook, West Plumbing, Tilton Truck Repair, Gates Brothers Grass, number 5J. Zane DeVault, the Lane Racing number 4, currently third in the Speedweek points out of Plymouth, Indiana, with 3 feature wins in 2024, 2 at Fremont Speedway, 1 at Butler Motor Speedway. 24 years young, the Islander in Put-in Bay. Premier Planning Services, Deschler Lanes. Leadhead Waterfowl Pro out of Raps Kistler Engines. Kistler Racing Products number 4.
Check 1, 2. Check, check, check.
Danny Sams with the quickest lap still in hot laps. Scotty Teal into the second spot. Cale Thomas third. Zane DeVault in that group in fourth. Max Stamball, your top 5 in speed so far in 2 of 4 hot lap sessions. Third flight of hot laps at number 28M out of Bradenton, Florida, Connor Morrell, the 20-year-old driver of the Tub of Towels, Amelie Oil, All-Star Performance, TI-22 Performance, Cox Chevrolet Hooker Harnesses. Finished 6th with the All-Stars last season. The veteran in the 0 out of Oswego, Ontario, Canada, Glenn Stiers, the 60-year-old driver, the Glenn Stiers Racing, Chanterly Promotions, owner of the Oswego Motor Speedway. Chris Myers in the number 25, out of Caldwell, Ohio. Driving the Pine Tree Towing and Recovery, D&D Automotive, Valley View Hills Winery, Fisher Engines, number 25. The 5AU, Brock Hallett out of Victoria, Australia, the 32-year-old driver of the GW Racing. All-Star Graphics, J&S Drilling, Kaiser Wheels, for the last year's Grand Annual Sprint Car Classic champion over in Australia, which is very tough to do. Current Speedweek point leader. He is the defending Fremont Speedway, Attica Raceway Park, and Attica Fremont Championship Series titleist out of Republic, Ohio. In the 33W, that is Cap Henry. Cap Henry opened Speedweek with his second win of the season at Attica Raceway Park. He has a win at the Fremont Speedway as well, and leading the Ohio Sprint Speedweek points. And at Premier Planning Services, Jeff Ward Demolition, Ohio Logistics, Primal T-Shop, Elliott's Custom Trailers and Carts, FK Roddins, Griff's Engines, number 33W. The 101 of Caleb Henry out of Roseville, California. He's got a pair of wins on the same night at the Fremont Speedway. 24 years of young in the Running Boxer Farms, Harris Distributing Company, Valvoline Oil, K1 Race Gear, Berryman Racing Shocks, Chalk Sticks. Former winner of the Australian All-Star Challenge, Caleb Henry in the 101. Trey Jacobs in car number 9. Out of Worcester, Ohio, the 32-year-old driver of the Harbaugh Electronics, Steve Brown's B&B Drain Service, Holmes Cheese Company, Smithville Manufacturing, Vibezo, Burgett Insurance, Brent Kaufman Trucking, DJ's Aircraft Maintenance, Simpson Race Products, Outerwears. He has a win at the Fremont Speedway in 2024. Riley Goodnow, the number 22 out of Knoxville, Iowa, the 21-year-old driver of the Quality Traffic Control, Stivers Ford Lincoln, Schilling Excavating, number 22. So Ricky Peterson in that number 2 car, quickest so far in hot laps at a 13.936. Greg Wilson second quick, Darren Knight a third. Cap Henry, quickest, in hot laps at a 13.482. Danny Sam second quick, Scotty Thiel third, Cale Thomas fourth, Brock Hallett fifth, Zane DeVault sixth, Max Stambaugh seventh, Trey Jacobs eighth, Ricky Peterson ninth, and Greg Wilson your top 10 in speeds in hot laps. Fourth and final set of hot laps. Cars in this group, the 70 car, Henry Melquit out of Strasburg, Ohio, the 25-year-old driver of the Red Melquit Incorporated Macintosh Oil Sugar Creek Cartage, number 70. Seth Sabo, the number 29 out of Fremont, Ohio. The 21-year-old driver of the Fremont Auto Parts, Linder Speed Equipment, Level Utilities, Kaiser Sound Limousine Services, number 29. The 29M of Logan McCandless out of Mercer, Pennsylvania. The 22-year-old driver of the McCandless Ford, McCandless Trailer Sales Priest Enterprises, High Performance Lubricants, Carmate Trailers, number 29. In the number 17, Dylan Norris out of Hanover, Pennsylvania. The PhilPools.com, Polk Brothers Racing, Specified Commodity Carriers, Trivent Fusion Financial Group, Dynatech Controls. He has a win this year at the Pittsburgh Motor Speedway.
No relation to me.
There we go. The number 79, the only New Zealand driver in the field, out of Auckland, New Zealand, Max Guilford in the Elliott's Custom Trailers, Tony Elliott Foundation, Honest Abe Roofing, Bennick Enterprises, number 79. Tim Schaefer, the National Sprint Car Hall of Famer, 4-time All-Star champion, in the number 49X out of Aliquippa, Pennsylvania. The 56-year-old driver, he's got a birthday coming up here in another week. And the Rudzik Excavating, Smith Titanium, Centerline Boring, Precision Overhead Garage Door, number 49X. Jordan Charge, the Leadfoot Kid out of Melbourne, Victoria, Australia, in the V60. The Super F Series spares, Martzcon, Wills Auto, Jackson Wraps, number V60. And Creed Kemenaw in the 15K out of Elveda, Ohio, the 17-year-old driver of the Ohio Logistics, Truckworks of Ohio, Redline Welding, Rogue East Decoys, King Racing Products, Leuna. All sponsors of the 15K of Creed Kemenaw. Problems for Henry Melquit on the backstretch. He had troubles getting engine heat in the 70. That'll wrap up our hot lap sessions for the 32 TI Performance Fast on Dirt Sprint Cars. Qualifying next, they qualify against the cars in their heat. We invert the fastest qualifier to fourth starting spot in the heat, then the rest is straight up. So second quick in the heat would start on the pole, third heat to the outside, fourth quick right beside the quick qualifier. 2 laps, 2 cars at a time. And I believe the first 2 cars that are set to come out, Cameron Nastasi out of Hubbard, Ohio, in car number 99, the 26-year-old driver of the Sandblast Solutions. Jeff Byard's Auto, Elks Floor Coverings, Valley Roof Washing, HT Moving, Capital C Machine. Been racing for 16 years in various forms of racing for Cameron Nastasi in the number 99. Is he watering? Also scheduled out the first 2 cars. Leighton Wagner out of Enon Valley, Pennsylvania, the 18-year-old driver of the Shell Haas Landscape Construction, Karski Security, Watkins Turf Care, Al's Corner. He's only been racing for 4 years. So if you do your math, that means he started when he was 14. Ooh, that's a big one. Went behind them papers. I work around Lake Erie. I wrestle water snakes, and right now we have 400 billion mayflies. I spent all morning cleaning them out of hallways with a scoop shovel and a wheelbarrow.
We are ready to qualify whenever you guys are ready in the chute. You got Tyler coming up the hill before we have coming at you. Make sure they wasn't pushing cars right at him.
Well, Brian, night number 5 here at the Hilltop Speedway for you guys here. How's the week been going for you?
Other than the rain, when the feature was on the track at Fremont, very good. Huge car counts, averaging 50 coming in night. And I'm not disappointed with 32 here at Hilltop on a Tuesday night.
No, 32 for us here is very good. We're very happy with that.
And when you consider 4 nights prior to that, guys have flipped, guys have blown engines, you know, that natural attrition. So they take a night off to regroup here and there. So I'm tickled to death with 32 cars here at the Hilltop Speedway.
Well, you guys have been amazing on Flow. We've been following along all week long, and can't wait for the rest of the week to finish out.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm having a ball. I enjoy coming to all these different tracks, and I really enjoy meeting all the track personnel like yourself and the ladies up here. Everybody's just so gracious, and it just you get on social media and you start to get a little negative attitude, and then you come to the racetrack and you get to meet these people, and it's wonderful to get to know everybody, and it sure does make your heart swell when you see how dedicated they are to the sport of dirt track racing.
Well, I try to tell people that are younger than us, maybe, and social media, it's a cesspool of negativity, and it's such a small fraction of negativity. You're right. When you actually come and meet the people, it's like these aren't the people that are on there. They're just here to have a good time and enjoy a night of racing.
Talking to some of the fans when they got here early, and they're smiling, they're having an adult beverage, they're either grilling out or they're having a hot dog at the concession stand, telling old stories about Speedweek or old racing stories. They're here to have fun, and that's what it's supposed to be. This is entertainment.
Entertainment at its best, and it's a beautiful day. I mean, in the next few nights, I think there's not supposed to be any rain.
No rain, but it's going to get a little warmer.
A little warmer.
Yeah, tomorrow night we move over to the Sharon Speedway at the Ohio-Pennsylvania border. Thursday night down to Muskegon County Speedway. Friday night over to Millstream Speedway in Findlay, and wrap it up And I know the general manager's here from Atomic Speedway, big $10,000 to win affair at Atomic.
I'm excited for that one. I'll see you guys at Muskingum
Yep.
as I pull double duty this week. All right, Brian, take it away, buddy.
Thank you. So Leighton Wagner, the 38. Cameron Nastasi in the number 99. And I'm pretty sure this is the first time either of these drivers have seen this racetrack. In fact, looking through the entries, I would say Lee Jacobs, Tim Schaefer, about the only ones that I can think of that have ever raced at the Hilltop Speedway. There you go. Greg Wilson has. Yeah. Greg Wilson's raced every place. Okay. Cameron Nastasi, quickest on his second lap, quickest overall now to 14.461. Leighton Wagner in the number 38 at a 14.616. Next two qualifiers, the 5M, a Mad Max Stambot of Lima, Ohio, in the Jerome Country Market, and the number 23 of Cale Thomas, second in Speedweek points, out of Fairland, Indiana, in the Jay Kaiser Racing. Spanky's Pizza, Chaluk's Barn Grill, Automatic Fire Protection, Ohio Refrigeration, Ohio Heating, Engler, Machine BH41, TMH Holdings, Spearman Racing Shocks, Kaiser Wheels, number 23.
All right, before we get rolling, Brian, hey, now's the time to make some friends. We want you guys to try to scoot in as the fans pack in, make some room for some folks, make some friends at the same time. We're going to have a great night here, so make sure you can help get some of these people squeezed in.
Cale Thomas in that number 23, now quickest in heat race number 1 at a 13.586. Max Stamball, second quick at a 13.951. Cameron Nastasi and Leighton Wagner. Next two qualifiers, the number 73, the big wheel, Scotty Thiel out of Sheboygan, Wisconsin, the 32-year-old driver of Scotty Thiel Builders. Gibsonville Cheese Pro Plating, number 73. And Darren Nida, the 17-year-old out of Adrian, Michigan, in the number 7N. The Slosarski Excavating and Paving, Ackland Insurance, Binks Motorsports, Poor Racing, Level Utilities, number 7N. In his second year of 410 sprint car racing. The goal in each heat is to get in the top 4 qualifiers, so you start in the first 2 rows. And Cale Thomas quickest, but now Scotty Thiel in that 73, second quick, and Darren Nida in that 7N is third quick. Max Stamball on the bubble in fourth quick time with 2 cars yet to qualify in heat race number 1. He picked up a win here a couple years ago with the Fast on Dirt Series. In the number 24, out of Northport, Florida, Danny Sams III in the RV Loxamore, DirtCrowd.com, Schaefer's Oil Shop, D3.com, number 24. And Lee Jacobs has a win this season at the Wayne County Speedway. In car number 81 out of Holmesville, Ohio, the 41-year-old driver, the Simcox Grinding and Steel, Amanda Lewis, attorney at law, Performance Foot and Ankle, DAC Vitamins and Minerals, HP Engines, number 81. And Danny Sams goes quick time in heat race number 1 in that 24 car at a 13.408, so he'll roll off 4th in heat number 1. On the pole will be Cale Thomas. To his outside will be Scotty Thiel. And joining Danny Sams, Lee Jacobs, your top 4 qualifiers in heat race number 1. Again, everybody, if you can scoot close together, we got people looking for seats. If you see somebody walking down front, raise your hand if you have an empty seat beside you. Make a friend. Enjoy the night's exciting racing action at the Evans Hilltop Speedway. Heat race number 2 qualifiers. First 2 cars will be the 2 of Ricky Peterson out of Rawson, Ohio, the 27-year-old driver of the King Cold Meats. Team Shank, Midwest Meteorology Solutions, Perryman Racing, Shocks Bluffton Diesel Service, Callie's Performance. 2 wins at the Wayne County Speedway for Ricky Peterson in 2024. Former non-wing racer, bolting the wing on. In the number 34 out of Franklin, Indiana, by way of Tempe, Arizona, Sterling Kling. The 27-year-old driver to Sterling Kling Racing, Bird Racing, DRC Chassis, number 34. Ricky Peterson quickest now in that number 2 to 13.977, and Sterling Kling in the 34 to 14.170. Don't forget the Buckeye Outlaw Super Sprints. The non-wing sprinters will be back here at the Evans Hilltop Speedway on June 28th. You want to see these cars without that big spoiler up on top. That'll be a lot of fun. Next 2 qualifiers, the W20 of Greg Wilson out of Benton Ridge, Ohio. The 49-year-old driver of the Hercules Tires, Ohio Logistics, DNC Hydraulics, Heitmeyer Concrete for the 2-time All-Star champion. Travis Philo coming off a 3rd-place run over at the Wayne County Speedway last night. Out of Waterville, Ohio, the 33-year-old driver of the Control Design Solutions, Tire Slick, Banshee Graphics, Columbus Equipment, Berryman Racing Shocks, number 5T. Just like that, Greg Wilson on lap 1 goes atop the speed charts in heat race number 2. And he's quicker on lap 2. So Greg Wilson fastest in heat race number 2 in that W20 at a 13.834. Travis Philo in the 5T now 2nd quick at a 13.882. And Ricky Peterson 3rd, and Sterling Kling your top 4. 4 cars yet to qualify in heat race number 2. Jake Heston, the 5J out of Marysville, Ohio. The 23-year-old driver of Sam Jackson's Auto Body. Weeks Plumbing, Janet Holbrook, Tilton Truck Repair, Gates Brothers Grass for the 2017 Ohio Thunder 305 champion. Brandon Spithaller in the number 22, the defending Fast on Dirt champion. Out of Butler, Pennsylvania, the 32-year-old driver of the Superior Truck and Trailer, Ravens Trailer, Advanced Auto Parts, Tony Burke Trucking. He was also the 2013 Lernerville Speedway track champion and the 2013 Boss runner-up. So Brandon Spithaler now 5th quick, Jake Hessen 6th quick. Final 2 qualifiers for heat race number 2 getting set to hit the speedway. The 45 of Devin Borden out of Raymond, Washington, in the Canton Erector Sterrett Services Brian Grove Racing entry. He has a win this year at the Port Royal Speedway over in central Pennsylvania. He's 3rd in the Speedweek points, 3 wins on the season. 2 at Fremont Speedway, 1 at Butler Speedway. In the number 4 Lane Racing entry, that is Zane DeVault out of Plymouth, Indiana, the 24-year-old driver of the Islander Inn of Put in Bay. Premier Planning Services, Deschler Lanes, Leadhead Waterfowl, Pro Auto Wraps, Kistler Engines, Kistler Racing Products, number 4. Devin Borden's first lap good for fourth quick. Zane DeVault now fourth quick. Remember, you want to get in the top 4 qualifying for each heat to start in those first 2 rows. And Zane DeVault goes up to third quick. So Greg Wilson will start fourth in heat race number 2. On the pole be Travis Philo alongside Zane DeVault. Ricky Peterson will be with Greg Wilson in row 2. Heat race number 3 qualifiers, the current Speedweek point leader. Opened the Speedweek with a win at Attica Raceway Park. His second of the season there. He has won at Fremont. Cap Henry out of Republic, Ohio in that 33W. The 33-year-old driver of the Premier Planning Services. Jeff Ward Demolition, Ohio Logistics, Primal Tea Shop, Elliott's Custom Trailers and Carts, FK Rod Ends, Grips, Engines. Defending Attica Raceway Park, Fremont Speedway, and the Attica Fremont Championship Series titleists. Cap Henry in the 33, Caleb Henry in the 101. Out of Roseville, California, the 24-year-old driver of the Running Boxer Farms, Harris Distributing Company, Valvoline, K1 Race Gear, Berryman Racing, Shocks Chalk Sticks. For Caleb Henry, 2 wins on the season, 2 wins on the season. Cap Henry quickest now in heat race number 3 so far in that 33W, the 14.069, and Caleb Henry in the 101 at a 14.258. Next 2 qualifiers, the 22 of Riley Goodnow out of Knoxville, Iowa, the 21-year-old driver of the Quality Traffic Control Stivers Ford Lincoln, Schilling Excavating number 22, and Trey Jacobs in number 9 out of Worcester, Ohio, the 32-year-old driver of the Hardball Electronics, Steve Brown's B&B Drain Service, Holmes Cheese Company, Smithville Manufacturing, Vibezo, Burgett Insurance, Brent Kaufman Trucking, DJ's Aircraft Maintenance, Simpson Race Products, Outerwears. He has a win at the Fremont Speedway this season. So no Riley Goodnow, Connor Morrell out there in the 28M. Out of Bradenton, Florida, the 20-year-old driver of the Tub of Towels, Amelie Oil All-Star Performance TI-22. Where was Riley Goodnow? You're missing Riley Goodnow. Supposed to be in that.
Cody just skipped him over. So Jacobs and Morrell, so these Stiers and
So Trey Jacobs quickest now in heat race number 3 at a 14.022. Here's Riley Goodnow. We'll push him out in this one. And Glenn Stiers, the veteran in the 0 out of Ashwaubenon, Ontario, Canada. 60 years young in the Glenn Stiers Racing. Chantarelli Promotions. Been racing 24 years. Former winner of the King of 360s up at Ashwaubenon Speedway. Riley Goodnow with on his resume wins at the Houston Speedway in South Dakota and Jackson Speedway in Minnesota. Glenn Stiers with problems in turns 3 and 4. Canada, Australia, New Zealand, and the American.
that's too long. People need a break. They'll have to sit down for a minute between them. I got them ready on my phone. I mean,
Well, they're asking.
Trey Jacobs with the time to beat in heat race number 3. So Trey Jacobs still quickest in heat race number 3. Cap Henry second, Caleb Henry third, Riley Goodnow now up to the 4th spot. Connor Morrell and Glenn Stiers. Final 2 qualifiers for heat race number 3, the 5AU. Brock Hallett out of Victoria, Australia, the 32-year-old driver of the GW Racing All-Star Graphics, J&S Drilling, Kaiser Wheels, 2023 Grand Annual Sprint Car Classic champion. Brock Hallett in the 5AU. Chris Myers out of Caldwell, Ohio, in car number 25. The Pine Tree Towing and Recovery, D&D Automotive, Valley View Hills Winery, Fisher Engines, number 25. Brock Hallett, opening lap, quick time in heat race number 3 in that 5AU. And that will be his qualifying effort. Brock Hallett quickest in heat race 3. He'll start 4th. On the front row will be Trey Jacobs and Cat Henry, and Caleb Henry joining Brock Hallett in row 2. 4th and final heat race qualifiers. Let's see if Henry Melquick can get that 70 to fire. He's having all kinds of problems. Engine heat, it wouldn't fire. Hot laps wouldn't fire. And nope, isn't going to fire this time. Pair of 29s on the Speedway. The white and blue number 29 is Seth Sabo out of Fremont, Ohio. The 21-year-old driver of the Fremont Auto Parts Linder Speed Equipment, Level Utilities, Kaiser Sound, Limousine Services. And the orange number 29M is going to be Logan McCandless out of Mercer, Pennsylvania. The 22-year-old driver of the McCandless Ford, McCandless Trailer Sales, Priest Enterprises, High Performance Lubricants, CarMate Trailers, number 29M. So Seth Sabo, that white and blue 29, quickest so far in heat race number 4 to 14.296. Logan McCandless in the 29M at a 14.455. Next 2 qualifiers are only New Zealand entry for Speedweek. Number 79, a Max Guilford out of Auckland, New Zealand, in the Elliott's Custom Trailers, Tony Elliott Foundation, Honest Abe Roofing, Bennick Enterprises, number 79. And the 17 of Dylan Norris out of Hanover, Pennsylvania. In the PhilPools.com, Polk Brothers Racing, Specified Commodity Carriers, Trivett Fusion Financial Group, Dynatech Controls. Picked up a win about a week and a half ago at the Pittsburgh Motor Speedway, the big Pittsburgh Motor Speedway. And Dylan Norris in that 17 car goes atop the speed chart at a 14.084. Seth Sabo second quick, Max Guilford and Logan McCandless.
We got your times, but it is very weak. See one of my guys down there, there's extra transponders. Swap your transponder out. That might be the issue.
Tim Schaefer, the number 49X out of Aliquippa, Pennsylvania, the Steel City Outlaw. He is in the National Sprint Car Hall of Fame, a 4-time All-Star champion, winner of the 50th Annual Knoxville Nationals, the biggest race in sprint car racing. In the Rudzik Excavating, Smith Titanium, Centerline Boring, Precision Overhead Garage Door, number 49X. And in the V60, the Lead Foot Kid, Jordan Charge out of Melton, Victoria, Australia, in the Super F Series Spares. Martzcon, Wills Auto, Jackson Raps, number V60. Jordan Charge electrifying out there in the 60. Quick time in heat race number 4 to 13.971, and Tim Schaefer in that two-car group. Second quick now to 13.997. Dylan Norris third, Seth Sable fourth, Max Guilford, Logan McCandless. And this might be our final qualifier of the evening, as Henry Melquist still, I believe, having some problems. The 15K of Creed Kemenaw, his dad, a National Sprint Car Hall of Fame inductee, 6 All-Star championships for his dad, Chad Kemenaw. Creed starting to make his own name for himself, having a very strong speed week out of Alveda, Ohio, just 17 years of age in the Ohio Logistics Truck Works of Ohio. Redline Welding, Real Geese Decoys, King Race Products, Leuna, Labor's Local. Just 2 years ago, he was a 305 Sprint Car Rookie of the Year, now running 410 sprints. His grandpa, Bob Hampshire, in the National Sprint Car Hall of Fame, is a mechanic and engine builder. And Creed Kemenaw goes 4th quick time. So your quick qualifier, Jordan Charge, will start 4th in the heat. Alongside of Creed Kemenaw, row 1 will be Tim Schaefer and Dylan Norris. That will wrap up our qualifying and hot laps for the 32 TI-22 Performance Fast on Dirt 410 Sprint Cars. Mini mod lights? Mini mods? What do they call them?
We call them mod lights.